SNAZZ. If your radio ain't on Vibrainiac, then I don't give a fuck. Snaz D and Master Who on all digital platforms. Dopeness 101, home of underground hip hop. From Johannesburg to the rest of the world, always bringing you the content. Dopeness 101.
Swallow the killing field, suckling God's will. Slow the anger kings, God sees who lost their portion. Secures my fortune, flowing forever. I am the one of God, oh God, no lineage is old. Like the core of suns, formed from no elements. Shine so bellicose, elusiveness is key. Be like a shadow's whisper, strike never to flee. Tungsten sword swing, strike like Wolverine steel teeth. Made of tungsten jeans, and opponent's means. Sky that he got enemies, shot by lightning. War phenomena, the eyes now see the truth. Light's formula, radioactive lightnings melt warriors. Slow my whole king flitter around the heartbeats. Stronger than the watching world. Words are rights, these endeavors always define you.
Another hot mix. Snaz D, Dopeness 101, bringing you the hottest underground mixes. Dopeness 101.
Still expanding, but it didn't contain matter. Just pure energy that was spinning within the matter. But mass and energy are interchangeable. Convert those particles, not the name of you. Matter and antimatter, the arch rival. Met, obliterated each other for survival. A war zone, a battle to the death. But as long as there's life and breath, there's one remaining left. But an imbalance caused particles to vibrate away from the galactic center at high rates. So fast becoming a liquid, and it would be 300,000 years before it drifted. Despite being perfect, it was in turmoil. Then it would fall back under pressure, recoil. Subatomic particles smash into each other. Continuous energy years before discovered. Then they slow down and begin to bond, creating atoms, building blocks of matter and beyond. It was now 8 times the size of the solar system. Distance, thermal measurements, I ain't list them. 60 billion miles in diameter. Temperature, 17 trillion Fahrenheit could damage her. And it was only a million of a second old. And it would be another million years before turning cold.
Always define you.
Still making beats at your mom's crib, son? Fuck taking out the trash. Take out your competition with mixing and mastering at Beatroot Studio 5.
Tell the people what you're here for.
We got weights that won't cramp your style and super tight programs where beats get crafted by experts. Beatroot Studio 5. We got beef with the BS.
Right now, we're start the show.
Yo, we got this interview with Fungus The Mutated Lung, aka Lord Fungus, or just Fungus for those who are friends. Yo, this is a long time homie of mine, you know what I mean? A battle cat that's scarred down with the armor and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Yo, what up, Fungus? Yo, man, I would like to know how you started battling, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, peace, Lord. First things first, man, all praise due. Big shout out Snaz D, big shout out Master Hugh. Fam, I love what you guys are doing with Vibrainiac Radio. I personally tune in every week to get my fix of dopeness. 2 syringes straight to the eyeball. And yeah, thanks brothers for keeping us updated with what's happening on the streets. Personally, to answer your question, it wasn't so much for me a thing about battling at first. I really just would soak up any opportunity to get to do my thing, spit my 5 cents of wisdom or whatever. And actually my first battle, as you say, we've known each other a long time, Snaz. A mutual homie, Gemini, can corroborate the story, because I ended up having to battle Gemini in the finals, was it semifinals anyways. So there was something happening organized by Heal the Hood. Shout out to the homies Heal the Hood, legendary organizers of events for a long time in Cape Town. They were having something at the Civic Center in Observatory, and I got there and there was no more space on the list. I came late and I couldn't rhyme and I was fucking shattered. I was like, nah, I'm fucking trying to do my thing. I want to spit. And Jim and a couple of homies from Groundworks were in the building, and somebody had written down Bongani on the list of MCs, because there was some sort of beef brewing between King Daniel and members of the Groundworks clique. I won't go too deep into it, politics, but as a result, they had written Bongani on the list. And King Daniel, he wasn't trying to be baited into this shit. And I know he was gonna step up and do his thing anyway. Although he hadn't written his name down, I don't think he was even in the frame of mind. He had just walked into the space with me. We had both come late and I was amped, and he was less so. And we get there and they're like, nah, there's no more space, but your homie's on the list. And I was like, nah, what do you mean he's on the list? So he was like, nah, when they call out my name, you go up. So I went up and they introduced me as Bongani, and Shaheen loved this. If you know Shaheen, he was just like, yo, this is dope. This kid is called Bongani. Look how this motherfucker looks. And I happened to be nice with it. So there was this big buzz just because I had this name, and it wasn't even my name. That's King Daniel's government. So when they called out Bongani, I went up and I started spitting. I chowed dudes till I got to, I think Gemini was called Cerebus. I could be wrong. Cerebus. Correct me if I'm right or wrong here. I think he was called that at the time. And I feel dude ate me up. But they actually awarded me the victory. It was Shaheen had given us topics. And for a long time, the big homies were like, you lost that one, right? And I was like, yo, but they gave me the victory, man. Let me just, let me have my 5 seconds of fame. But yeah, that's how I got into battling. And from that moment on, I knew I wanted to keep doing it, pitting myself against other people that were as good or even better, like as a yardstick to measure like where I'm at.
Hi, your yardstick is long, bruh. You got a long, it's not a yardstick, it's a mile-long stick, bruh. I want to get into like the graffiti side of things, man. When I was in Germany, my man, I was like present with Pain, one of like Germany's dopest like underground like graph writers, and we broke into a train yard and we got chased by security guards, and that was like the first time I heard a shotgun blast, my nigga. Yo, that shit, I thought the world was ending, and then again, boom, boom, like the motherfuckers shooting behind us. Yo, how did you get into graph, and can you give us some war stories, my nigga?
I started because I was friends with dudes who was writers, legendary writers. Dano was the first dude I used to roll with that was a writer. Dano, he also wrote Evil. He also wrote MOC, Masters of Color, Ms. Aura Corporation, MOK, and these homies they were the first homies to hit a whole car, I suspect, in South Africa, because as they told me, they were the first in Cape Town. And also wasn't only a whole car, they had an MOC whole car running on the southern suburbs line. And this dude was in high school, Dano was the dude who stayed in the room next door to me in boarding school. And motherfuckers was into rave and shit like that. And so dudes used to come up, and it's like a talking point when you don't know somebody. They're like, yo, so what kind of music you listen to? So each and every dude was coming up to me and asking me this shit. And I'd already told a couple dudes like, yo, I listen to rap, hip hop. Because at the time I listened to rap music, but I didn't yet understand the difference between rapping and MCing. This is like 98. In Cape Town, I learned a lot about what hip hop is and all of that. So this dude was my roommate, and I'd already seen people's faces, like the way they looked at me when I was like, yo, I listen to some DMX, Das EFX, Redman. I had this big Muddy Waters poster. So a lot of dudes were like, yo, what's that? The hell is this? And I had a Liquid Swords poster. And a lot of dudes was just like, because I was new at the school, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, nah, this is so you never heard of Wu-Tang? And I said Wu-Tang. This dude put his head in the door and he's like, I thought you said listen to rave. Because after I'd seen all these funny faces, I was just trying to I already knew the deal. I came late. I was like it was like the trick already, or standard grade 11, standard 9. So I wasn't really trying to make friends. I didn't give a shit. I was just trying to get through the year. So when these dudes was asking me, so I was just answering whatever I could to make them fuck off. And so eventually I just started saying, yeah, I listen to rave. Because they were like, oh, dude, everyone here listens to rave and shit. I don't know where you're gonna listen. So I was like, hey man, I listen to rave. Next dude comes in, yeah, I listen to rave. So this dude, he was listening to all this shit. He was sitting, unbeknownst to me, he was sitting next door. Just all he did was fucking do pieces and tags and shit, and that was his life. Shout out to Jamie, aka Dano. He's now he owns like a horticulture shop or some shit. But yeah, we still homies. So he was a graph, right? And when he heard I listened to Wu-Tang, he was like, yo, you gotta come to the park with me. And he just assumed immediately that I smoked trees because he was into hip-hop and he knew I listened to rap. And the Redman poster, he was like, dude, obviously you. I was like, nah, dude, I never touched that shit in my life. What do you mean? He was like, okay, fuck. Well, you freestyle, right? And I was like, freestyle? I don't know what freestyle is. And yeah, that was the homie. He took me to all the events, and that's how I met all the other MCs, other writers, B-boys. I eventually became close with Curio and Dice and Breeze, and I used to do a lot of lookouts for the homies. I always recognized that these guys put a lot more effort into their graph and shit. I was just into destruction. I'd never really decided to be a writer. The homies decided, because an older crew called YMB, Wheels, Ekon, Mad, a couple of really cool older cats that was into hip-hop, they had decided to challenge the young homies who were at school with me, and it felt like bullying. They were just like, yo, YMB versus the whole southern suburbs, like everyone is in this place. But they knew who they were targeting us. So the homies were like, yo, the only way we can even come close, well, Dano, he was a part of a big crew who were bigger than YMB. He was not bigger, but I would say more respected. TVA, Falco and Mac 1. Somehow Dano had gotten in with these cats, I think based on some of the shit he was doing, and there was also rumors that he had to buy them a lot of paint from overseas. I don't know. You'll have to fact check that with them. He was with TVA, and they was basically including him when they were saying, because he also went to school with us in this area, so they weren't challenging TVA, who was the top crew, but they were kind of challenging him and us, all these kids. There was a lot of crazy dudes with us, Midas, a lot of writers used to hang out with us. We were just kids that skate, blazed, MC, fuck shit up wherever we went. That was the whole mission. And then we obviously always ran into older heads like Breeze, Yui, Weshin, Cab, and they would always school us and put us onto game and be like, yo, you don't need to come to this spot, or we're gonna fuck shit up over there. And they just loved the way we come through and just cause chaos. They would love it. They loved it, because dudes was drunk, like out of their skull, kind of drunk. You know what I mean? I pride myself on being one of the more focused other homies. But yeah, that's how I got into graph, and I always played second fiddle though. I never considered myself to be on a level with the other brothers. I just like fucking shit up and didn't mind keeping lookout.
Yo, that's crazy, man. That's bananas. Yo, man, Zebo, man. Rest in peace, man. Yo, man, I'd like to give, the fallen soldiers some flowers, man. Human, Ben Sharper. Yo, we lost so many, cat. You know what I mean? And it's just a blessing that we're still here and we're still able to do this. My next question really is kind of like related to that. I'm not implying nothing right now, but what do you think has sustained you and kept you whole over these years, man? What has given you the strength to continue on, be consistent, and continue producing magnificent material?
Yo, that's the golden question right there. Dude, I write rhymes and I enjoy recording this shit and then listening to it and then storing it somewhere, and then I've got a library of shit I've never released and I'm cool with it. I used to get confused and be like, what the fuck? And I just realized, dude, me personally, I'm from another era. Like, you don't tell people you dope. People tell you if you dope, and that's enough for me. I never wrote rhymes for the common masses, and I'm okay with it. Some dudes are sushi chefs. He's a great chef, but not everybody eats sushi. So this dude who eats burgers might never fucking know anything about this guy, or think this guy's a piece of shit. But if other chefs ate his food, or other sushi lovers ate his food, they're like, yo, this shit is ridiculous. Or even other sushi lovers might not like his food, but other chefs might be like, yo, there's something he's doing which just takes it to another, it's like different. So I'm cool with it. I'm like, nah, dude, I need to record this shit to stay sane. And once again, we come back to Yardstick. I need to go back. For me, it's call it OCD or whatever that shit is. I have to make sure that I'm getting better. And the moment when I feel like I can't or I'm not, then I'll stop. I believe. I don't want to put it in stone or whatever. I believe. So it's a yardstick. And the cool thing is I can go back 10 years and look at a book I have and look at a page and read those lyrics and know exactly what I was feeling. It takes me right back to what I was thinking when I wrote that shit, how I felt as a kid. It's incredible. And that's what I love about it.
Alright, man. Yeah, it's a lot to deal with. Tell me what is in the plans for the immediate future? Talking about releases, upcoming shows, anything like this, and what is your some of the features that you're working with and producing?
Hey, real talk, Lord. Shit, I've been at heads with demons. Personally, I battle with self-doubt. It's all tied into faith. I have faith, but that unwavering faith where you never let doubt creep in. Personally, that's what I'm working on. Just being self-sufficient, having that unwavering faith. Because I know it's difficult to not think of you casing out a joint. You always got to think of what could go wrong. But there comes a point where thinking what could go wrong is less healthy for you, because we all know the mind is a powerful weapon. So the thoughts you put out there definitely shape the world we live in. So you don't want to necessarily be putting out negativity all the time, but at the same time you got it. As someone like myself who thinks a lot, you try and think the whole situation through, so doubt always creeps into it. And personally speaking for myself, I fear not being great in the eyes of my kids. Fear that they will never see me in this light, they'll never see me in this world that we are submerged in. So again, that brings me to thinking about, look, we all know this, in this digital age, the streaming and all this shit, but one thing that stood the test of time is just building up like a solid fan base, consistency, and putting out good music over a long space of time. Longevity trumps all this other shit. So a lot of time it's just faith.
Yeah, man, we've reached the end of our time together. Thanks for coming through, just big up yourself. Any last words to Vibrainiac Radio listeners? Shout out to the whole Uncanny Sis.
Hey, yo, Snaz, I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for letting me say my say. Shout out Janai, shout out Uncanny, shout out Fifth Floor, yo Z, Zama Z, the legend. Shout out all the brethren. Vibrainiacs, keep tuning in. Forward the mission.
Another hot mix. Snaz the Dopeness 101.
That must be tripping on something, man. Chill, check it, son. Chill. Hey, yo, 10s with the 10s, yo. 20s with 20s and 50s with 50s. This how this dough stack when niggas rolling with me. This packs and bags is fatter than your man stumps. My fam get to work making sale soon as the grams come. Come short with the payment, you get help for a ransom. Cause all these bitches saying that I'm handsome. Seem cheekers to sell my dope and hold my handguns. Dealt with the shit you trying to ran from. Scan out before the people scams come. Come in the pen and I stab the random. One punch kill lamp lungs. Sound like one that don't have tongue. Idiot stupid past them. Got chickas I never had none. Shorty got an ass pump, smoke shit and never pass none. All my verses been dropping for cash runs. Plates filled clean proper. Table with fruit juice and red rum. Gotta get it like good quitted. Y'all trips where we have runs. Y'all kids getting tipsy when you have punch. I land you on your back when it can't bust.
Stupid, you acting like I can't bust. All of us born out of lust, so we never gave a damn. I stay cutting my dope with a scissor, like the razor hands. Y'all niggas getting gassed up on the block, getting blasted up. Didn't laugh much after your mans got handcuffed. Some don't understand love, but always in demand of shit that they gotta jump in the spot where they get stabbed up.
Finally, it's the special. Everybody get a plate. Trying to be disrespectful, you get bodied, get up late. When you wake your head late, we dedicate to Metal Face. Victory is ours, Most High gifted me the powers. Listen to the sound and now there's liquid in your bowels. Listen to the sound and now there's liquid in your bowels. Back to the essence quickly, shift these packs to your brethren swiftly. Fungarelli Lord, underbelly God, bust my testes on, tongues are lesbian. Let me demonstrate my prowess. Many men deflate their gonads, opening the portal quickly. Smoke it in the morning, smoke it in the morning, sticky.
It's your C. You motherfuckers keep up. As you can see, these pagan servants are working for me. It's not a big deal, it just means they're working for free. How much worse can it be? Certainly your further degree. If you're searching for me, you find me on a murdering spree. Went through the square road just to find a circle MC. And I might go to where the roof is and pay the producers. I did this an apple tree, as way as the juices. And I swear to the muses, there be no excuses. And even if it's useless, I'll be at the gate. Not me being jumpy, it's me being ape. And once I catch these motherfuckers, it be no escape. I won't give them no sleep state, I just keep them awake. I'm a gym in a gin body, shit in your pee potty, sitting in seats shorty, digit the beat Bobby, down in the sweet lobby, out in the streets mobbing, y'all just a cheap copy, barely got meat on it, can barely put heat on me, walking to sleep zombie, he'll figure be Tommy, all I hear them screaming was Poppy, I was sipping them free poppy, I had to do it properly, trying to run down on my property, trying to stand on top of me, cause they know that I got the heat, pretending not to be. It's been a few years since I copped a piece. Niggas too cheap, so I dropped the freeze. Niggas not asleep, phony shit, it's not for me. You into the streets, son, it's not that deep. You smoking shit, man, it's not this week. I'm getting paid, man, but not this week. I've seen you down, man, but not this week. You need to ask and son, talk is cheap. I'm the white snow that top the mountain peak, nigga. I beat the fly villain in the mask, smoking hash, counting cash, pimping your bitch on OnlyFans. Logo on my garments, courtesy of Ralph Lauren. You might have a fan base, but your rhyme's still boring. Shit changed since I had a daughter and a son. Now I think twice before I reach for my gun. Striving for peace, yeah, prepare for war if it comes. Never miss your target, having shootouts in the slums. Killer Monk, one of the criminals of the Blue Lanterns that got your planet surrounded like the rings of Saturn. Inspired by Ghostface and the purple tape. Possessed by the mask hiding my baby face. To put you at corny motherfuckers in your place. Don't fall for grace, setting out like these other fakes. Putting your price on your soul was the worst mistake. Now I got a pistol in your heart with this wooden stake. Fuck out.
SNAZZ. If your radio ain't on Vibrainiac, then I don't give a fuck. Snaz D and Master Who on all digital platforms. Dopeness 101, home of underground hip hop. From Johannesburg to the rest of the world, always bringing you the content. Dopeness 101.